live. We're live. We're just talking about off camera about my ability to be a barber for Andre and Johnny. A loctician. Oh, fancy word. Before we continue on with our conversation, for those of you who don't know, we are the Don't Think Too Hard podcast. The podcast brought to you by Andre, Patrick, Johnny, and myself, Maciej. Patrick is absent once again. Welcome back. This is episode 32 of Don't Think Too Hard.
You're just going to have to stop saying Patrick's name, bro. It's just us three until he returns.
Just leave him, leave it silent. It's like, Andre, Patrick. Whoa, my days.
Andre,
I'm buffering.
Johnny,
buffering.
And so, quickly before we continue on with our episode, start our episode. This episode is brought to you by. Insert your sponsorship. You want to be a part of the podcast? Send us some money and we'll say your products online. All right.
You know what I love?
Amazing.
I love smart water. Don't you, Andre? Don't you just love smart water?
I love water, man. I love water.
We just need water.
Other waters are available. Like
Fiji water,
Pure Life water, Aquafina.
Listen, you need water. You need water to talk as much as I do. All right.
You know what I love? I love just water. You know, Jaden Smith, he's doing something.
I love tap water. Oh,
yeah.
Just add water to your pancakes and then you can make them. You don't even have to.
Believe it or not, those pancakes are, if you make them properly, you got to make them properly though. Yeah. Because like my mom, no disrespect, love the woman to death. She does not know how to make pancakes to save her life. Holy shit. My favorite food is pancakes. And my mother can't make my favorite food. Sad life to live.
Waffles.
I to this day I think I'd pick pancakes over waffles, man.
I used to think that too, but then you got that maple syrup, toasted waffles, and it's just cocaine.
Yeah,
bro.
But you can put maple syrup on pancakes too.
I know, but maple syrup is with the crunchy waffles. It just adds it's crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside.
Yo, you ever had a freaking pancake where it has that thin crisp layer on the outside?
Yes,
and then that's the nice fluffiness.
Yeah, that's how you make up. No, but not waffle. That's not you got to have a pancake. That's when I
realized I like waffles more because the crispiness is what I love. If it's just a flat,
you can do that with the pancake too, though.
If you're a wizard like me, with a spatula and a pan and some pancake butter
and some water,
batter, and some water.
Waffles are perfect for maple syrup, bro, because you got the squares to hold it in.
I am the Jehovah's Witness of pancakes. All right, I will make you convert from waffles to pancakes.
I'm the Roman Empire, and I will actually conquer your land so that you and everybody else eats waffles for breakfast.
I'm Jesus. Follow me or risk eternal damnation.
Oof. Adventurous.
I think I win.
I don't know, but Jesus never said that. It was more like that was more like God in the Old
pancakes.
Testament.
Bro,
a properly made pancake.
I'll make squared pancakes.
You know what? It's actually like a Belgian waffle though, and a pancake.
I'd pick a pancake. Belgian
waffles.
If we're going Eggo to Eggo, pancakes every time.
No, you can't use Eggos.
I know, but that's You're right.
No frills.
No, you can't use any of that shit. No, listen.
If we're talking about making it from scratch,
you have to make it from scratch, and it's pancakes every time.
And if we're talking about the big ass fluffy Belgian waffle, they might win.
All right, listen. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Don't Think Too Hard podcast.
That has French had toast, a waffle maker, there's always a lineup. Nobody wants pancakes.
Because you know why?
You know why? Because you have to wait for the waffle to be made in the waffle maker.
But why? Why would you want to wait for so long when you can go to McDonald's and get 3 hot cakes?
Because one is free with the continental breakfast in the hotel, and one you have to go pay for.
Who knows, bro? If they were so bad, you wouldn't want them, bro. You just have.
And not only that, who in the
no
right
one said
mind?
They're bad. We're splitting hairs here, bro. They're both delicious. We're talking about number 1 and number 2 here.
We're talking about Messi and Ronaldo right now. All right, exactly. Talking about Messi and Ronaldo.
That's disrespectful.
I just feel like pancakes are a little.
Is R9 and Haaland?
What?
There's no discussion. Waffles are better than.
All right, if we're talking about
R9 is better than Haaland, bro. I came with the smoke today.
You came with the smoke. Listen, For those of you who don't know, for those of you who are tuning into the podcast for the first time ever, I made a statement 4 episodes ago that I think Erling Haaland will be better than R9. And so far,
trying to push his agenda.
And so
every
far,
fucking day.
so far,
bro.
Dude, did you see Haaland's goal today? Both of them?
Bro, I've seen Lewandowski score that.
Listen,
it's soft.
Lewandowski is the best
Listen,
striker of all time.
Lewandowski
All right?
scored 5 goals in 9 minutes?
Listen,
and I don't want to
Did
hear
Arna-
anybody
Good one
talking
do it?
about him being
listen,
better
Bet you
than
good one
R9.
can do it.
Good no one can do that. What is that? I am
At this
talking
point, we have
about
to
the
say
sheer.
Gundogan is better than R9 then.
I am talking
And
about
he's
the
not.
sheer ability to score in any situation. To take a situation that literally has no danger to it and score from it. That's what R9 did best,
this.
and that's what Haaland did. Now, I have a question.
I'm gonna tell you this. Good.
Go ahead.
Ikalai, good one.
Gundo,
Man
Gundogan.
Ikalai Gundogan, good one. Him. He took Man City from 4th place to 6 points clear at the top.
I was just about to bring that up. Like, dude, is there
What has Haaland done? He's brought
buddy.
Dortmund from 4th place
To 4th place?
to 4th place.
You know what Haaland has done? Haaland has done keeping Dortmund at 5th and not having them at 16th. All right, that's what Haaland has done.
They dropped
No.
positions. That's what he's doing.
Dude, Haaland's the reason why we're still fighting for a Champions League spot right now. All right, and I'm standing by that, bro. We would be down with Schalke, and we slapped them 4-0.
How many goals did Haaland score there
2.
against the
Ronaldo
relegation
would have
side? I
eaten.
see.
Ronaldo would have eaten
I see.
a relegation side.
Listen.
You
You guys, bro. Okay,
You slap
Can-
Barcelona
can I-
Ronaldo
Yo,
against
so
Schalke?
so there's
He's
a lot of
eating them.
So, since we're on the conversation of Haaland, there's this huge thing after the performances of Mbappe and Haaland over the Champions League last Wednesday or Thursday. I don't remember when it was. I think it was Wednesday.
Don't compare the two because
No.
I
I'm
know
not.
you're getting that.
Listen. I'm not comparing the two. I'm not saying Mbappe and Haaland are better than Messi and Ronaldo because those two are gonna be the best players
That's
of all
not
time.
what I'm.
But they're
that's
gonna
not
they're
what
gonna
I'm
pass
saying.
on. They're
No,
gonna
no,
be
no,
the
no,
I'm
next
saying
two.
don't compare Haaland and Mbappe's performance because those were very different.
Oh, I'm
Mbappe,
not comparing the two
8
performances.
or so.
I'm listen. Let me set my point, and then you could
Okay. I'm just
retaliate
letting
with
you know.
whatever point you want. I'm not talking about the performance. I am just saying that this is my personal opinion, and I'm sure many people share this opinion. Messi and Ronaldo's times are coming to an end.
Or have
And-
ended.
Not really. They're still dominate. They still
I don't know.
dominate.
They both got
and
friggin' smacked.
smacked. Yeah, like listen, they both got
Their
smacked.
influence is waning.
Dude, it's like, okay, their time is, it's sad, but now we finally realize that, okay, this is nearing the end. This is nearing the end. And look, they can still put up great numbers and people can say, they still have it in them. They do. But they are shadows of what they once were.
Yeah.
We're not denying that. Correct?
Like they're at a point where you see them on the team sheet and they're the only good names and like, oh, we have a chance to win today. That's good.
Yes.
Before that, it was out of the question.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of, and world football, when they were dominating the field, everyone was saying, oh, this is the next duo. Remember Neymar and Bale? Those two were supposed to surpass Messi and Ronaldo. Those two were supposed to take on the throne. But Messi and Ronaldo dominated for so long. And there hasn't been, let's say, a 1A, 1B duo to take the torch from them. Because in any sport, every sport, there's always a 1A, 1B. Always a 1A, 1B in every single sport. And with a few exceptions, like Wayne Gretzky, for example, Michael Jordan. But those guys were so unbelievably
But I don't think there was a 1A, 1B in footy before Messi, Ronaldo, though.
I mean, you
There
could
was no
have
clear-cut 1A, 1B.
There was just a collective of sick players.
But okay. But like I'm saying, since Messi and Ronaldo, since that 1A, 1B, media has searched the entire globe to push people into that conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think the problem with the media now is that that's become the expectation, even though that's outside of
the realm of possibility. Like we're never gonna ever in history.
It won't happen.
I don't think it's healthy either,
dude. And I was just about to get to that. People are now pushing on this narrative of Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe to be that next 1A, 1B.
I was actually just watching a video that said something like that.
Dude, and like,
That was
listen,
weird.
Let's not kid ourselves. These two kids, because that's what they are right now, kids, still have ways to go to even be considered in the same conversation as the other two. However, it's not out of the realm of possibility to say that those two are going to receive the torch as the 1A, 1B.
Yeah, but it's like it sucks because if Neymar and Bale were as good as they were, but now they will also receive the torch. The only reason they weren't given the torch is because they were in their prime at the same time.
That's exactly what it is. And I feel like now that they don't have a chance. Like, listen, Neymar's still world class, but I feel like Neymar is also at a stage of his career where he doesn't play with the same. Like, he's insane. But you watch, like, I don't know, he's been injured, and I haven't seen where they watched him this season. But he seems to be at a stage.
Since he's went to PSG, he looks like he doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It doesn't care. Like, he's secured the bag. He's playing to play because he's getting paid for it, and that's it. And you know what? Full respect to him. He's earned it. He's deserved it. He's won everything there is to win outside of international competitions. Good for him. He's won the Champions League twice, I think. He's won the La Liga. He's won the Spanish Cup. He's won the French League.
Everything except the Ballon d'Or and the World Cup.
And you know what? Good for him. He
you know what? He probably, like, if at some point, if he stops getting injured like twice a year, he could actually compete for a Ballon d'Or.
He could.
This guy plays like 3 game stretches, bro.
Yeah.
This guy will be injured for a month, come back, play 3 games, get injured for a month again, and just repeat.
His problem, every time I watch him, it's like he's inviting injuries, bro.
That's how he plays, though.
Yeah, because he invites so much pressure, and then people don't like getting embarrassed.
So they chop him down. Yeah. And listen, all right, and like Neymar aside, because Neymar, like, we're all still, like, I don't know about you guys, but when I think of Neymar, I still think of a 24, 25-year-old guy. Yeah. This is a guy approaching his 30s.
Yeah.
How old is he, like 27? 28?
I think he's older. I think he's 29.
No, I don't think he's 29. He's like 27.
Let me look this up right now.
No. I don't know.
He's 29.
He's 29?
He's 29.
He is 29.
That's like, you see what I mean? This is a guy who's no longer a kid. And like, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to give him the torch, as he also in 3 years is not going to be the player he is or was.
Yo, side note from this incredible conversation, I Googled Neymar. The first article is Neymar tries to seduce Serie A player's girlfriend.
That's... Hold on. Were you on Chrome when you Googled that, bro?
Yeah. The first article is...
So I need to know whose that is, bro.
So back to our conversation. As one of you guys if you guys want to look that up or
so Roma Zaniolo.
Yeah, Nicolo Zaniolo. Oh,
yo, I think Zaniolo is nasty too. He's a youngster.
Anyways, continue to your.
Yo, you better hope they don't verse Roma. They're going to be injured again.
Yo, it's so weird. The other day, I was like thinking about it. Like, I don't know where it popped into my head. I was like, whatever happened to Roma? Like, they just like disappeared from existence. I don't know what happened to them. Like, since I remember them when Bautista was there, and then from there a few years after that, and then they just like I know they just haven't been on anyone's radar.
I know El Shaarawy came back. El Shaarawy came back to Roma. And Mkhitaryan has had a pretty decent season for them. That's about.
And then they have Smaldini.
Oh yeah, Smalling as well. Yeah.
And
so back to what I was talking
Whatever
about.
His name is. Yeah. Continue.
Because there are, like, I've been reading a lot into transfer rumors. I love thinking about hypotheticals. And as a Dortmund fan, I know Haaland's not staying here for more than 2 years, 3 years. He's way too good. He's poached by, right now, he's in conversations with the biggest clubs in Europe. Can you guys see a situation where Messi leaves Barcelona, leaving a bunch of cash?
No,
Barcelona picks up Haaland.
I think
Real Madrid picks up Mbappe.
I think
he'll be more likely to go to Madrid. Like, I don't know why.
Listen, I know Madrid want both Kylian Mbappe and
Yeah.
Haaland. And if I'm now here, this is going to be a conversation that I wanted to bring up later on in the podcast. Out of the two, this is a hot take. I'm picking Haaland.
Yeah, as like a consistent scorer, I would think Haaland would be better.
Mbappe is a lot more versatile, which is incredibly important. But if I'm either Barcelona or Madrid,
you need someone who's solid.
You need a goal scorer. Yeah. It doesn't matter. You could have best.
Neither of them have strikers. That's why.
That's exactly why. And I think I think it's a fight between the two. And
Haaland is a perfect talisman because he's an athlete and he's a finisher. So.
Dude, he's insanity. He is literally.
He would bring back the Galacticos. Or
that's what I'm saying.
People to foster around him.
Yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to. But this is later on. I have a whole bunch of conversations that I want to bring up in this podcast because I'm watching world football right now and I'm so incredibly frustrated.
I'm just disinterested.
That's I was gonna get into them, and I was gonna get into that.
I'm just reading your script, bro.
Dude, real shit. So, one, like I said this a few podcasts ago, I was watching Schalke and Dortmund, and this is Schalke being in a relegation battle right now. Like they're shocking. This is a derby, and I didn't see one gruesome tackle. I saw zero. Violence. I know, but I saw zero hatred in these teams, man. Bro, derbies suck, man. Derbies actually suck.
Bro, there was a Merseyside derby today.
Real shit. Liverpool and Everton. Liverpool is
I didn't
shocking.
even know that.
Bro,
Liverpool,
I was watching the game.
Bro, can I say Liverpool played like absolute dog water.
They got clapped, though.
Holy shit, they're so bad.
I saw the game.
Like, listen,
and I looked at my sister and I was like, "Do you want to play FIFA?" And she said, "Yeah." So I clicked on my PS3 and played FIFA.
Dude, I'm telling you. Listen, the Trent penalty was horseshit.
It wasn't Prem, garbage. What was it? FA Cup?
It was a Prem. It was a Prem game.
It was Prem.
It was the Prem?
It was on the zone.
This shit happened, dude. And they got clapped like that?
And it was bad, man. Liverpool
Why didn't I hear anything about
what was the score?
Because,
2-0 Everton, right?
Derby, yeah. 2-0 Everton.
2-0 Everton.
Can I say, James Rodriguez, masterclass. It's so nice seeing him.
He's actually
it's so nice seeing him back at like the he's now the player Real Madrid was hoping to get after the World Cup.
You want to know what true pain is? Alex Iwobi is now a consistent starter for a team that is fighting for a Champions League position, and Arsenal FC are hoping with their whole hearts to finish in the top 10. No. I'm not talking about getting Europa League. I'm saying I'm hoping to finish the top 10. I just want to, when you see those table splits, I just want to be able to see us in the first split.
When they're doing a post-match review, and they're like,
I just want to make sure we're in the first screen.
Yeah. And like, bro, this is how bad and like undisinterested I was in that game. Liverpool played like shit. Yo, I'm rooting for West Ham to make it to CL right now. Dude, they're in fourth.
What? In fourth.
West Ham's in fourth.
You didn't know that? Yeah. No. Yo, the Premier League is fucked.
It's
take a look at the table take a look at the table right now. It's fucked.
It's messed up, bro. Man City, I think give Man City the trophy right away. They're not losing it, okay?
Yeah.
Man United, with their acquisition of Bruno Fernandes, jumped them from mid-table to second place.
They've won one game in the last second place.
Leicester City.
But they've won one game in the last 5.
Which is pretty bad. But they did win the Europa League game, I believe.
Oh, no. Chelsea's in fourth now.
Yeah, Chelsea.
West Ham's fifth.
Chelsea is playing, believe it or not, since Thomas Tuchel. I called it. Can I say I called it? Chelsea would get Thomas Tuchel and turn their whole season around.
But they could have, honestly, that's not special. Chelsea could have got literally me.
I know.
They would have turned their season.
I know.
That's how Chelsea operates as a team.
I know. So we'll see next year.
That's what I'm saying. Not even this year. Next season, then
we'll see. Because that's what happened with Lampard. They had a good half of the season, and then this season they were like garbage.
Yeah, that's how Chelsea operates.
Leicester City is low key taking the league by storm. Like I remember everyone saying one club wonder, and they might never win the Prem for a long time. They don't have I don't believe they have the team for it. But they're competing for Europe,
bro.
Yeah, I hope they.
People don't rate Jamie Vardy enough.
I don't rate Jamie Vardy enough, man.
This guy is probably the most underrated striker in Europe.
I agree.
Because,
I don't rate him enough. I used to think this guy was a kick and run merchant. This guy is
won
world
Golden
class.
Boot last year.
He's world class.
World class strikers.
Yeah,
And no
I
one calls him
heard a
world-class
pundit
striker.
talk. I don't even know where he came from. Somewhere like nowhere like Ipswich. Someone said like a pundit. He's like the best transfer probably in football history is Jamie Vardy.
Oh yeah,
from Ipswich to Leicester or whatever he came
It
from.
was like $1 million transfer.
And then I thought about it and I was like, I can't argue it.
Can you guys say that? Lewandowski went for free.
So
that's not a transfer. That's
Bayern Munich.
Like
Bayern Munich went from first place to first place.
Oh, fair.
No, it's not even that. Bayern Munich went from first place to first place. Jamie Vardy went to Leicester. They went from Champions League to winning the Premier League.
Oh yeah,
Championship to winning the Premier. Yeah, fair
Championship.
enough. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
And then going to Champions League the year later. That's
like listen. I know Leicester. Unless something changes where Leicester start buying players, I don't think they have a good enough team to add European football into their schedule.
No, that's what happened last time. They were they won the league, they had Champions League, and then they finished
and listen,
the bottom half.
But they're competing, and like you look at their team sheet, and it's not fantastic.
Yo, their team sheet's nasty. What are you talking about, bro?
Dude, I don't know, man. Ndidi is
I'm
disgusting.
actually on the roster right now.
Ndidi's disgusting. Vardy's disgusting. They have that really young. Yeah, he's nasty, and they have that really young center back who's up and coming. I forget what his name is though. I don't know if Madison's that good though. Madison's good, but he's not. He's not
Grealish. He's not Grealish.
No, I don't know.
He's
Madison. Dude, Madison is a starter for half the Premier League teams, but I don't think he gets into Man City starting.
They actually have a pretty decent team.
Like it's a decent team, bro. It's not a. But you look at that team. Look at that team and tell me, yeah, they're going to be in second.
They're basically like Wolves, but then you put Vardy up top, and then they're nasty.
Sionku's good. I like Sionku.
Sionku was like the top-rated defender 3 years ago.
I think it was last year.
Top-rated youngster.
Last year he was.
Whenever he went to Leicester, they bought him as the top-rated thing. Iheanacho was nasty. The only reason Iheanacho played for City, the only reason he didn't play is because they had freaking. They were City
and Gabriel Jesus.
they had Aguero, Gabriel, Sane, freaking.
Yeah, but listen, bro. I'm not saying they're a bad team. I'm not saying a bad team, but you see their team sheet. Is that a top 4 team?
That's what I'm saying. That's how nasty Vardy is, bro.
Yo, and Ndidi is disgusting.
He's good. He's good. I'm not taking away anything from Ndidi. Ndidi is a world class. I don't know what it is with Leicester and CDMs. Ndidi, Conte, someone else is gonna come up there and
disgusting.
Yeah, but like I'm saying,
Christian Fuchs.
That's not a top 4 team. And it's like, okay, Jamie Vardy. I was wrong to say that. He was a kick and run merchant. I was wrong. I admit it. He's world class. And that's just that.
You know what's crazy? I remember when it was him and Mahrez, and people thought of the two, Mahrez was better than Vardy and more influential to the team. Where's Mahrez now?
He's starting for Man City.
He scored a fucking banger 2 days ago. What do you mean?
Skill-wise, Mahrez is better.
Dude,
but
KDB is gone, and Mahrez is pulling the strings at Man City right now.
No, that's Gundu. That's Gundogan.
Gundogan is scoring the goals.
He's scoring the goals,
creating the chances. Yeah,
Gundogan is doing everything. He's
he's not
engine, bro.
Listen, I'm on board with saying Gundogan in 2020 is the best striker of 2021. I'm completely on board.
Erling Haaland,
he's not. Are you insane? Dude. What did I just tell you? What conversation did we just have? Good one is 10 for 11. Okay?
10 goals for 11 games?
In 11 games.
I think Erling Haaland is like 19 and 20.
Yeah, but what's the rest of your team's goal scoring record?
I don't know. It's pretty shit.
Exactly. Good one is 10 for 11 while the rest of his team his team scores 2 goals a game at the same time. That's what the difference is.
To be fair, I am very upset with Jadon Sancho. Very upset.
Okay, but
no. I'll tell you why.
Okay, hit me.
I wish, and it's not his fault because a man. No, not with the way he's playing right now. Holy shit! Woo, he's back to last year, Jadon Sancho, and I fucking love it. He dominated Chelsea.
Because last week or 2 weeks ago, you're like, yo, I wish Fucking Man United just
because I'll tell you
pump it
why.
up.
I'll tell you why. First half of the season, I think subconsciously he was still thinking about the transfer, and he couldn't get himself back on track. And it's like, dude, this is a 20-year-old kid who was on the verge of a £120 million move. That's just gonna mess up any kid. Like, this isn't some seasoned veteran who can
I don't
fit into
never
systems.
Understand though why though
Dude,
you don't get any of that money though.
No,
like,
but it's a mental
club.
thing. It's a mental thing. Imagine, okay, dude, you're playing Sunday League with no pressure. Now slap a £120 million expectation price tag on your head.
Oh, so you admit?
No,
that
it's like that.
No, you admit Bundesliga is a farmers league. Then that's what you're telling me.
You said
Dude.
okay.
That's what you told me just now. That's what you said.
No,
I'm just saying.
okay. Here's my argument to anyone.
That's gonna be the
everything
title.
infuriates me when people say Bundesliga is a farmer league.
Bundes farm.
Where do your best players come from, you frauds?
Serie A.
Where do they go as soon as they feel like, oh, I'm actually good now? Let me get out of this development league and go somewhere where I can make some money and win some things.
But
where do they go?
Where do the best players in your league come from? I don't think the Premier
What
League
are
has
farms for?
Damn.
To develop livestock to sell.
No. You shut your mouth. I'll tell you why you shut your mouth. Because not everyone is fucking rich enough to buy all these incredible wonder kids, except for the Prem. The TV deals you guys have with the ludicrous amount of money you guys get pumped into your systems every fucking year. It would be criminal for you not to buy these players. It'd be fucking criminal.
Okay.
Man City is a whole Benfica. Does that make Liga NOS a farmers league?
Listen, what?
Does that make Liga NOS, the Portuguese league, a farmers league? Because the whole Man City team is ex-Benfica?
Because there's only Benfica and Porto. I cannot.
What is the purpose of a farm? They're meant to grow produce to sell to other things to be used, right?
It's not that.
That's what a farm is for, no?
This is what you guys do. I want you.
Okay, so if you go to a farm and you want livestock or you want produce, you want some vegetables, what do? You say, I want that, I want that, I want that.
Basically, the Bundesliga is a vineyard or a grapevine, and then the Premier League is the winery. Okay. You guys can't make the wine, but they don't grow grapes.
The grapes. Bro, you grow the grapes.
You make the
All
grapes,
I'm saying,
we make the wine. We don't want to drink.
Tell me right now, KDB is KDB before he
with
hit
Wolfsburg.
He's not.
Dude, he is.
No, he's not. KDB went from listen.
KDB went from shit at Chelsea to nasty at Wolfsburg.
Relax yourself. He
KDB
was not shit at Chelsea.
He was garbage at Chelsea.
No, he wasn't garbage.
He didn't play at Chelsea.
Are you insane?
He just didn't play.
Dude, he didn't play at Chelsea.
Yeah, that's because of their squad, though. That's not because of him. He was young. He was young as shit, and he went to Wolfsburg. Yes, he developed at Wolfsburg.
Like saying
and once he hit a certain point in development, Man City's like, come here. He went there and then he went from good to world class at Man City. He wasn't world class at Wolfsburg.
He went to world class. He was at world class when he came to Chelsea.
Not one person would say KDB at Wolfsburg was the best midfielder in the world. Not one person.
Because Wolfsburg was shit.
Dude,
he was the reason why Wolfsburg stayed up.
Yeah, but
Wolfsburg was a relegation side.
He still wasn't a world class.
Bro, if he's playing alone, he's playing alone. Dude, I'm not saying City is bad at developing. City took Benfica's best player. City's playing with Benfica B plus Mars and KDB right now. And they're slapping the Premier League like it's going out of style. Am I saying Benfica, if they kept the players, they would have been the best team in the world? No, because that's not how it works. I agree, Man City has a great development program, but to say KDB wasn't world class day one he came to Man City is an understatement.
He wasn't.
You guys are crazy, bro.
He didn't start for Man City nasty. You forget that. He wasn't nasty right at the beginning.
All it took was
listen.
He said, "Stop talking."
Listen,
and
KDB was a mango on the tree. You know how when you get a mango at the grocery store, right?
I hate mangoes. I don't buy mangoes.
Wow. You're gonna say that in my ears?
I can't stand mangoes.
Disrespect my eardrums with that verbiage.
All I'm saying is the Premier League.
I don't even
listen.
Thank you for listening to the podcast this week.
He doesn't like
listen to us on all the DSPs.
Listen, dude, I'm not. The Premier League is insane. Like they're the best league in the world. but that's because they buy the best players in the world. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. GG to them. I do want to bring this into another conversation though. And I want to say why I think football is so shit nowadays. All right? So, like, hear me out. Guys, think back 15 years.
Okay.
Not even. Think back 10 years.
Because I don't remember what I was doing 15
Think
years
back.
How old was I? I'm 14.
Think back to Chelsea.
We just got kicked out of the we just got kicked out of
we
the
got
final.
slapped.
Think back.
Don't ever say that again.
Think back to Chelsea. Think back to Chelsea. Think back to Juve. Think back to Barcelona. Think back to Madrid. What do you think of?
Champions League was just exciting.
All I think of is these fucking crazy teams.
Even Man United.
Superstars in every position. Superstars down and up the lineup. Every single position had the best player in that position on these teams. And it was insanity. It was so fun to watch. Now, what are these players buying? What are these teams buying? Man U is paying 80 million for Maguire. Barcelona somehow now turns into an academy.
Yo, listen, bro.
Where are the days? Listen, no, but I'm
saying, food goes bad if you don't have a fridge to keep the food in.
Dude, I'm not.
Man United needs to spend the money on the fridge so they can keep their food cold.
You're diabolical.
No, but I'm just saying.
You're corrupt. That is a violation.
I'm not saying Man U. I'm not saying Man U needs a fridge or whatever the fuck reference you're trying to make.
All I'm saying, Maguire, bro.
All I'm saying is that football right now. And some people might love this because, money's not being spent as much. Like, players are so expensive that, now you see these one player signings of transfer window. Chelsea's the last team, like, the only team in the last maybe 5-8 years to sign more than one superstar in a transfer window. Because I get it. These price tags are ridiculous.
It's impossible.
Yeah, and I get that. But it makes it so boring. Like, listen, I get it.
You know why?
No, but like
teams have to be smarter with how they spend money.
And and that's what it is. And it's like, long gone are the days where we have. I don't get it. Dude, CL was on this weekend, and PSG and Barca. I was not excited for the game at all. Like, it was a good game.
Barca played like ass fuck, bro.
But dude, that's what I'm saying, dude. But
Barca looked like shit.
But like, think about a few years ago. Barcelona is one of the richest clubs in the world. And that's the fucking squad you put out for a Champions League game against
borderline bankrupt, bro.
And dude,
I heard that.
You look at the squad though.
I heard that if Coutinho plays another 7 games, they have to pay Liverpool $5 million, and they said that they're gonna actively avoid that, so they don't have to pay because they're tight on money.
But like, let me continue what I was saying. These player prices are so ridiculous that teams aren't spending money anymore. And when teams don't spend money, things get stale. Exhibit 1, Barcelona. Like, you guys see that leaked Messi's contract and how astronomical it was? It's like, no wonder the team's broke. But that's not the point. Like, when Champions League used to be on, it was, this is the best team in one league versus the best team in another league. And it sucked. Why? Because, dude, these teams are falling apart. They're crumbling. Madrid, if you ask me to name 5 out of 7 players outside of if you ask me to name 5 players outside of Eden Hazard, Courtois, and Benzema, I wouldn't be able to.
Vinicius, Sergio Ramos.
But like, dude,
I forgot about that guy.
But bro, like, this is
did you? Okay,
this is what I'm saying.
How bad Madrid is? Apparently, they have to ask Ramos to take a pay cut because they can't afford him when Bale comes back next season. Because Bale is
I forgot he was on loan.
And
Tottenham's not gonna buy him.
Look how I wouldn't.
He's played one game, bro. What?
You're crazy.
He's playing golf for the rest of his life,
dude. And he
was nasty last game though.
But do you guys agree with me that football just doesn't feel the same anymore,
bro? Tennis.
It sucks, dude. It sucks.
Yo,
I don't want to.
Serena Williams got smacked. Fuck, bro. She got smacked.
Andre is even more informed than me. I didn't even know that. I didn't know she played.
Yeah, Naomi Osaka smacked her in 2 straight sets, bro. Done.
Oh. Yo, she's passing the torch. Yo, that's
I hope so.
sick.
It was Serena Williams old, no?
Osaka better. Yeah, she's old, bro.
She's still
She left and she was crying, bro, because she's like, you know what, I might be done.
I'm a huge fan of that Polish tennis player. Polish
bro,
girl.
Serena Williams literally won a trophy while pregnant.
No, I'm not, dude. Serena Williams is the Tiger Woods of tennis. Like, she is the best female tennis player of all time.
No.
If you combined the longevity of her career, she's basically Messi and Ronaldo
of tennis
production of tennis.
Yeah,
it's just her against herself.
Yeah, and she's way up there. Like, I'm not in female tennis. There's no comparison to Serena Williams.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, going back to your thing, Maciej, I'm looking at Barca's squad.
They're kind of poo.
It's kind of ass,
dude. But like, that's what dude. You guys remember the days?
Midfielder, I think it's Yannick.
Frankie De Jong.
Do you guys remember the days?
De Jong, yeah.
Do you guys remember the days where
bro?
He's actually nasty?
An American
don't diss Dest. Dest is the one bright spot on that fucking team.
Who's Menguaza?
I don't know who that is. Listen, but like, do you guys remember the days where it was Barca bought Henry, David Villa, Eto'o? Had Messi on the squad.
Henry by pronouncing the H in his name ever again.
Henry, whatever. Henry.
Tomato. Eto'o was probably the best striker signing.
But like, listen to this squad: Dani Alves, Jordi Alba, Puyol, Piqué, Xavi, Iniesta, Yaya Toure, Henry, Messi, Villa, Eto'o, Ronaldinho,
and came back and won Champions League.
Ronaldinho,
Deco.
Like,
Deco was filthy,
bro. When El Clasico was on, the fucking world stopped.
You know what?
Now El Clasico was on, and no one gives a shit.
That's because it just trade smacking each other. One season Barca wins 4-0. Next season, Madrid wins 4-0.
At least it was fun, smacking each other,
bro. But it was entertaining.
At least it was fun.
I'm saying now that's what they're doing.
Oh, they're just now I don't give a shit, man.
Even back then, they would slap each other like 3-1, 4-0.
Back then, they would literally slap each other.
Yeah. Oh, actually, well,
Pepe and Ronaldo got into a fight.
It was weird though. It was like when Ronaldinho was there, the El Clasico, with Zidane and Roberto Carlos and Ronaldo.
R9 was on Madrid at one point.
Masterclass.
It was Zidane.
It had Zidane, Roberto Carlos,
David Beckham.
Yo,
they have Valverde, and Casemiro.
Yo, David Beckham was actually a madman.
But I'm saying,
I watched some clips. This guy had anger problems, bro. But anyways, go back to what you say.
Like, dude, these are the best teams in the world. Now are the richest teams. Back then, the richest teams were able to buy Dino, R9. R9 was transferred 4 times in his career.
Yeah, that can't happen today.
Dude, now we're talking. Now one of the top 5 richest clubs in the world is buying. Is their best signing is Harry Maguire? What the fuck?
Think about it this way. R9 went for 100.
It's Pogba because he was more expensive than Maguire.
I know what you're saying.
R9 went to Juve for 100 million, and no one even talks about that. That went for 100 million, and like that's considered just like transfer, whatever.
Yeah.
100 million, bro. And there was literally within the last 10 years, the record was like 43.
Dude,
when friggin' Torres moved for 50, the world went like, yo,
it's nuts,
right?
That's crazy.
Ronaldo went for 100 million. Take this in. Ronaldo went for 100 million. Andre, I think you're frozen. Andre, I think you're frozen.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna pause the podcast. Let it. Oh, you're back. Okay. Ronaldo CR7 went for 100 million, and that was overshadowed by the potential of Jadon Sancho leaving for 120.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts.
That shouldn't happen.
Basically, the record goal scorer of all time
was being outshined.
Is worth less than James. Bro,
I don't know, man.
Havertz is worth double the amount of money or triple the amount of money Dino costs Barca to buy him from PSG.
You also don't realize Madrid broke a record signing Ronaldo, and they sold him at a profit.
Yeah,
they sold him for more than they bought him for, and it was overshadowed.
You know what's crazy? Madrid bought two signings in the span of a calendar year. They bought Kaká, the year before, and then Ronaldo. So they broke their own records two times in a row. And within like it was like what Kaká was like 76 million pounds or euros, and Ronaldo was like 80 million euros. And no one talks about them anymore.
No. Listen, Ronaldo was a throwaway. He's like, oh, he has like a year left on his contract. We got to get rid of him because he doesn't want to sign another one.
Yeah.
And they sold at a profit of a record transfer. And he
all right, listen,
striker.
I wanna read you guys something. The combination. This is the crazy thing. Combination of James Rodriguez, Eden Hazard, and Gareth Bale cost Real Madrid more money than the signing of Zidane, Kaká, Figo. Hold on, I'm reading the list. R9 and David Beckham.
That's fried. Those are 5 legends. And James Rodriguez is just a good player.
If you want to add to that, Nicolas Anelka, you could also throw Nicolas Anelka into that list.
Anelka was actually in his day. Anelka was
that's what I'm saying.
Nasty.
And
that's like
disgusting, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
Disgusting.
James Rodriguez, Bale, and Hazard cost more than that.
Like I'm not saying Hazard and they're nice. Hazard's a nasty player. He's world class out of the 3.
Yeah, eating Big Macs.
But worth more than Zidane? Okay.
And I would have said Hazard was approaching world class at Chelsea, but seeing the fact that he can't fit into any other system than one that's tailored for him shows me that he's not.
Yeah.
Listen,
he needs to be the primary ball carrier. That's
all I'm saying is the pricing of these players is ruining football. Because I'm not interested in football. The biggest games of the season happening, and I'm not interested.
What ruined it? It was the club ownership. Because then you had people who realized, so many people are so involved in this game. So if you pump ads or whatever, we put money in, the return on profit will be crazy. So you have these big corporations, you have the Qatar oil money and all that nonsense.
I honestly think like owning a football club is probably one of like the most lucrative like investments you can do. Yeah, like, because even if they're even if they're garbage, you can just like invest real quick, own them for a year, and then just.
How crazy is that? Let's say like with Man City when they got bought, you have Manchester City. So this is a location, but you're still making money from Man City, from China and Canada and America and in South America. That's crazy.
Listen, Man City's financial situation aside, Man City was probably one of the worst business, like theoretically, Man City should have been one of the worst investments. You're competing for fans against Manchester United.
Yeah.
And they made it work.
Just because of money.
Given they had to pump in money like crazy.
Yeah.
But Manchester's blue right now, and it's not even close.
I'm going to tell you this now. If you have enough money, you could make literally anything make you money.
Yeah.
Bro.
Like if I wanted to invest in a sock and I put enough money into that sock, I'm making money off that sock. I might sell T-shirts with that sock on it. I must give that sock TV time or whatever. Eventually, I'll get a return on investment.
If I have enough. 15 years ago, if we had the conversation where Man City is the top club in Europe, one of us will slap the living shit out of each other.
This isn't even
that doesn't make sense.
This isn't even 50 years ago. We're talking 13 years ago.
Yeah,
10 years ago.
Honestly. You still can't say they're the best team in Europe because they're
like top clubs. They're like top European club. When you talk about European powerhouses, Manchester City has to be in it out of respect. If I ever told you that in 2008, you would punch me, and I would expect you to knock me out because I can't be saying that nonsense.
100%. Man.
Now it's like 12 years later. Oh yeah, that's true. That's fair. That's arguable. That doesn't happen. They have no history. Their club legend is Yaya Toure. I remember. I wasn't even old I wasn't even. I can't even formulate how to explain how crazy that is.
Speaking of Yaya Toure and then their other legend Aguero, they're two legends right now. Did you see what Aguero's son wanted?
No.
A Jamie Vardy shirt. This guy has Aguero as a dad, Messi as a whatever, and this guy picked Jamie Vardy.
This guy knows talents. I bet you Aguero sees him and he's like, this nobody. He's nasty. I love him.
But Jamie Vardy's
good. He's nasty, bro.
So I don't know. I think here's one thing that I think can salvage football a little bit. Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe living up to what's expected of them and forming some sort of rivalry, because we need that right now. I don't know what dude, football's boring.
Do we though?
It sucks, dude. I don't know, man.
I don't think we need
I need something, man.
I don't have any interest in either of them, to be honest.
Dude, I need something. I need something to watch. Dude,
we need Eric Cantona to come back and start up the Nike Jogo Benito commercials. Dude, because that's when football was fun, bro.
Football is just not fun right now, and it's
too serious. I watch the commercials, I see the adverts and everything, and they're trying to make it too hip and pop.
Listen, man.
Football has its own essence, man.
Dude, there's a one thing that gets me psyched for football more than anything, and it's the Euros and the World Cup.
I don't care about any of them right now.
Dude, that's what I need right now. I just need an international massive tournament, whether it's the World Cup or the Euros. I need something, because this football, I don't know, man. Club football is just not doing it for me. I think when it's like,
what's the Euros?
Oh, you know what it is?
What are you excited to see in the Euros?
It's a tournament.
No
I think
involved.
I think that's what
transfers. It is. So you have to be good.
It's literally club versus club. Another thing with like Andre said this in our episode. I forget what episode number it was, but the title was "Do Derbies Suck?" Andre said this. I think it's, and I quote, I think it's like, Maciej, I think it's because football right now is so buddy. And that players, you know, they're.
But no.
Look at the way Neymar plays. It's all loose. Even Jadon Sancho today. Jadon Sancho's been world class since Christmas, and even him.
No, I don't think it's that. I think there's no distinction, because I've seen Ronaldinho, the friendliest guy on the pitch. I've seen him hug every player. Embrace Zidane and Ronaldo.
Dino is a different case, man. Dino was a player.
There are very few people that can do that. There's Dino, there's Pirlo, there's the Zidane.
I don't even know if Zidane can do that.
No, Zidane was cool.
No. You think Zidane was cool? Zidane played with a chip on his shoulder.
I did not mean to say Zidane. I meant to say Ibra. Those three players can play for any team whenever they want. Like, those are the three players I'd be like, yo, if they're on Inter jersey, Inter's like, yeah. And then you can go to AC Milan after, and AC Milan like, yeah, he was a good player, bro. You guys enjoy him now, even though they hate each other. Those are the three players that they did it. They play for the rivals.
No,
no one said a word.
And I think all players, like, even if like they were friends off the pitch, because I've seen whenever Brazilians played against each other, they're always like, yo, before the game, they're like, yo, what's good, whatever.
And bro, once the whistle blew, it was death.
So it was a war. It was a job. No. So it was like, if I break your legs,
it's part of the game.
I'll say sorry later. Right?
I'll buy you dinner. I'll
visit you. If I break your legs, I'll visit you in the hospital. That's
I'll bring you flowers or whatever.
It's like.
But now, I saw Arsenal play Aston Villa. Martinez was our old coach or our old goalkeeper, and like after the game, we lost the game, and there's multiple friggin' Arsenal players on there having conversations, hailing up Martinez, blah blah blah, and just having laughing jokes.
It's like, dude, you just lost. That's what I'm saying.
I think the problem is now is probably we're not seeing the whole picture, but I'm just gonna guess and say that the players all realize that how commercialized the sport has become, and so there's like a buddy system where it's like, we're all products, but we're going to be the source of, I'm going to help you find humanity with us.
Which is great for them. It's great for them.
It's not good for the sport.
Their mental health, great. Their happiness, great. Good for them. They're human, so good for them. I'm talking about me here. Okay? Good for you. I'm talking about me here.
Can I say, Barcelona shits. Like Barcelona picked it up recently. They've in the league. They've been pretty decent in the last 5 games. Barcelona plays like this 10 years ago. The fan base slays them. I think Barca plays like this 10 years ago. Messi's off the team.
Honestly, some of these teams are lucky there's no fans in the stadium.
That's what I'm saying.
Dortmund's one of them. I watch Juve play, and I'm like, holy shit! You guys don't even look like a
team.
Dude. Like, how have you won the league for the last 20 years straight? However long it's been, bro.
What's shocking? I don't even know how you continue to watch this team, bro. I watched them last year once, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. There's no way. I turned on the Benfica game for 10 minutes, and I was like, you guys are really bad. It's not even like, yo, you guys are underperforming. No, they're just bad. They're a bad team.
And I'm saying, dude, like Barcelona is having the worst season of their club's history. And dude, this was the worst club, and the only outrage you get is on social media. Dude, 10 years ago, these fans would fucking riot. Yeah. Not even 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago. Imagine 20 years ago.
Yeah,
imagine during the Galacticos.
No. All these players, they get death threats, and it sucks and stuff. But like back in the day, like, dude, their fans would try to kill you, bro.
Those are the ultras, bro.
Players get death threats. They cry about it on Twitter, and that death threat account gets banned. That's the most that happens.
Oh yeah. Not that we're inciting death threats.
But I'm saying
we're not.
I'm not saying. I'm not.
Listen,
yo, that's not at all what I'm saying. I know what you're saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, yes, it's bad. I'm just saying the levels of bad it was just a little worse back then for your actual.
The edge has worn off in football,
man.
And it's now just soft and plush. I don't want that.
I don't like that, man.
I want to rock.
100%, man.
Rock hard bed.
And I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna take, man. I don't know if it's. All I'm saying is football. If it continues down this trend, it's gonna get a lot worse than before it becomes better.
They might have to introduce salary caps, bro.
Maybe. Or you know what?
Something like that.
Or you know what? Something needs to happen. Something needs to happen. Either salary caps or player prices significantly drop and they crash.
They will.
If they drop, it'll be because like the player market. But then if the footballing economy crashes, then small teams are gonna go under too.
That's so what.
But bro, listen.
That's what people don't understand. People think that an economic crash is great because then no one can spend money. But that means
the little guys die.
We'll just have less money than they do now.
All I'm saying is when it's Champions League, I want to be amped for it. I want to see the best of the best. I don't want to see a 35-year-old Sergio Biscuit trying to keep up with a Kylian Mbappe because that's completely
Sergio Biscuit.
Yes, with disrespect. Biscuits.
You're evil. That's
Biscuits. Listen, Biscuits shouldn't be in
a legend, bro.
Biscuits.
No. Listen.
Biscuits should be in my $5 box meal at Popeyes, not on the pitch
against
Mbappe's
first goal, right?
Yes.
Like you know how people say like, "Yo, he just walked through the defense because it was an easy goal." Nah, he legitimately just walked through them.
No, but like
you know that drill with the pylons where you gotta touch it between your 2 feet to go through the pylons? Yeah. That's what he did, but to the defense.
All I'm saying is after that game, the fact Lenglet still is employed baffles me.
Listen, bro, the moment you have a top class keeper, I didn't even know this. You guys told me that Ter Stegen doesn't even like football.
Yeah, he hates playing.
The fact that he's a world class keeper, this is the state of football. Nuts. You have Fabian Barthez, who's a 5'8" baldy, who shouldn't even be a keeper, but he became a world-class World Cup winner who shouldn't even be playing keeper. And then you have a world-class keeper
who hates playing FIFA.
I hate the football game. That's nuts.
I don't know.
Nuts.
He was on Germany too, no? So he's a World Cup winner too, wasn't he?
Ter Stegen? Yeah, Ter Stegen. Yeah. I think he was a
backup. He's a World Cup winner.
He's a backup. So he's a World Cup winner.
He's a World Cup winner.
Dude, I don't know if this guy even played a scrimmage.
Doesn't matter.
He has a World Cup medal.
He's the World Cup winner.
He has the opportunity to say, "I was there. I was on the winning team. I was at Barcelona. We were a great club, and I hate the sport."
I was trying to go home, and this man wanted me to play.
He has every outside of Champions League, because I think he joined Barca 1 year after they won it. He has every single accolade outside of a Champions League win.
That's crazy to me.
And he hates the sport. And you know what? Fair play to him.
Imagine telling your top goalkeeper, like you're listing the lineup, and then you're just like, okay, Ter Stegen. He's like, fuck. And then he just goes gets you a clean sheet. Imagine having a player like that.
Imagine on his day off, you have last minute training, and he's, man, I have plans today, bro. I don't want to play. Frig, man. Sorry,
dude. Do you guys watch him play? Like, this guy doesn't smile, bro. I get you guys got thrashed by PSG, but like, there's this guy had zero interest to play. The only player who gave a shit in that game, because I don't even know if Mbappe gave a shit. Mbappe said, "This is a free ride. Let me just decimate this 35-plus-year-old average team." The only player who gave a shit was PK. Not because he played well, but at least he had the nuts to fucking swear at his teammates.
Because Mbappe ate him.
You said I don't know if this was real. Was it real where Mbappe literally asked Pochettino, "Yo, how many times have you won at Camp Nou?" He's like, "Only once." And Mbappe's like, "This will be your second time," and then goes and scores.
I don't know, but I did see on Twitter, and I don't know if this was falsely translated, but I heard this in a podcast. I didn't do any research on it, but I will say what I've heard and what I've read. I heard on a podcast that during that play, there was a scrum between Mbappe, Alba, and Piqué, and Alba said, "Oh, you're acting too big. You're still a boy." And Mbappe turns around and tells him, "I'll kill you in the streets." And the next play, he burns him. He burns him.
That's his streets,
bro. He burns him.
He killed his career and his ego.
Yeah. It's like, bro, what do you do? Like, you fake an injury after that?
No, bro.
Alba can't even say anything. Because, listen, before last year or whenever, Alba could have been like, "I won a World Cup, you're nothing." And Mbappe would have been like,
"Me too."
Wait, just give me a minute.
But I did. That's only what
it's like, bro. It's like, how do you respond? He's like, "Yo, you're down 3-1. You're a World Cup winner, a Champions League winner, but a 22-year-old kid looks at you dead in the eyes and says, 'I'll kill you in the streets,'
and then burns you.
And then
you can't do anything about it."
Well, usually what old people can do is go to their trophy case, but you can't do that with Mbappe because he has all the same trophies.
Right? And it's like, bro, listen, Kylian Mbappe seems like the most chill dude ever. Yeah. And it's like, imagine what a Sergio Ramos has said, or like a Costa, or a fucking
you take that in, and then you realize, you know what? When Zidane headed Zambrota,
it's like something had to be something had to be said.
Yeah,
bro. Ibra said, what did Ibra say about Lukaku's mom? And it was like a scuffle.
No, Lukaku was talking about how he'll smash his wife. Ibra's wife. I'm like, okay, you don't say that to Zlatan, because this guy will kick off your bald head like it's the ball, bro. You gotta relax with that shit.
I don't know, man. I don't even feel bad. Zlatan's mad disrespectful, bro. I don't feel bad for him at all, B. He probably showed him a picture of him and his wife, bro, together. Zlatan would have been like, "Oh, you smashed my wife? Look at this." And then Lukaku's girlfriend was Zlatan right there.
And he dates the picture. He's like, "This was 2017, buddy. We're on the same team then."
So Ibrahimovic said, "Go do your voodoo shit, you little donkey. Go do your voodoo shit. Call your mother." And then Lukaku responded, let's go inside, you bitch. We'll see." It's like, bro. Yo, Mbappe saying "I'll kill you in the streets" ain't even half bad.
But for Ibra to say that means he witnessed some shit in the change room.
And these guys were teammates.
Yeah, so that means for Ibra to say that, he's not making it up. He's like, "Yo, I witnessed you doing some weird shit." Okay?
Yeah, he's doing some.
And it's like, yo, shit, bro. And bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit was kind of fun. It was fun to watch.
it brought the fire back to the derby.
Dude, and there's
immediately after
that.
they painted a mural with Lukaku and the blue and black stripes of Inter, and then Ibra and the red and black stripes of.
Dude, and we need more of that, man. There's no fuel to the fire. Like Andre said, after Barcelona, after that loss, no player was phased. They walked off the pitch like it was nothing.
But you know why? It's because there's no club loyalty, and it's because the clubs don't back their clubs don't give their players any kind of security.
Treating players like shit recently.
So because
maybe that's it.
Imagine Roy Keane playing today. As foul and as insane as this guy is, he'll probably get sold off to Everton in 2 seasons. He
Honestly,
wouldn't have that kind of dedication to man.
Another thing it could be is that back then, shit was not publicized nearly as much. Yeah. It's like if whatever happened in the changing room most likely stayed in the changing room, unless
everything you saw was just played out on the field.
Now everything is fucking out. So it's like, dude, Icardi sleeps with someone's wife, you're transferred. It's like
no.
But
that's justifiable transfer.
No, but I get that. But you know what I mean? 20 years ago, you don't hear about that.
I want you, and then she's like, I'm with him, and he's like,
I don't care.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's not. Care. I'm not saying that's not bad. Like, that's horrible. That's so shitty. But I'm saying 20 years ago, that shit happens in the changing room, and I don't think Icardi gets transferred.
Bro, I'm hearing that Ryan Giggs was a Gallus, and I never knew that until 2 years ago.
Exactly.
On the internet.
Point one.
I would have never known that.
And he stayed at Man U, and he fought for Man U. He fought. Yeah. Yo, that's the one thing. Bro, I don't know what we're going to name this podcast. We have so many titles.
Loyalty.
Like loyalty, or fighting for the badge, or something along those lines, because players don't fight for the fucking badge anymore. They don't.
But the badge doesn't fight for the players either.
Yeah,
I get that. Dude,
do you think
it's got to start somewhere?
In today's game, Van Persie can exist? You think a team would wait 9 years for a player to battle through injuries before getting some sort of return?
Yeah.
You think
Marco
a team
Royce?
Does that? Okay. You have Royce, but that's because he came from that era. He's been there from time.
And name one other player.
Name Gio Reyna gets injured tomorrow. He's injured for the next 5 years.
No. Even better. Walcott was from 16 to what? Yeah. When did you guys sell him? When he was 26?
Yeah, something.
Not even. I think older. He's like 30 now.
Wilshere was the same thing
for like 12 years.
Look how long it took us to sell Wilshere.
Potential. Yeah, that's crazy. That doesn't happen these days.
That won't happen.
You're right.
It will not happen.
You're right. I mean, Gareth Bale's battled injury, and he stayed. But I think that's because his contract wasn't set.
No, but he also won them a Champions League. So there's a difference.
When Dani Alves was at PSG, he said that the way clubs treat players nowadays is terrible. They're just products. So like for Dani Alves to say that, even though from when I saw him at Barca, he looked like he loved the club. For him to say that, he probably got disillusioned. It was like, oh, this club, and the same thing happened with Messi. We see now.
Just now, he was right.
He's and this is Messi. And this is Messi.
Yeah, that's.
You think Abidal happens? You think you can go get cancer treatment and come back to a team now?
And then they play you actually?
Are you crazy?
In a Champions League game?
Nah, you have cancer. You're retired now. That's it.
Like you're done.
Yeah,
Teams you're retired.
You guys are right, and maybe that's where it starts from. I don't know. Maybe I'm blaming the players for not hating each other, but maybe it's the clubs. I don't know. All I'm saying is, long story short, if there's anything if there's anything I want this audience to take from this podcast, it's that football is boring and something needs to change for
the clubs.
At the end of the day, for us, it sucks. For the players, the only way they're gonna get what they're worth. Because these players make these teams way more money than these teams pay the players. So the fact that their salaries are going up this much
just shows you how much money the club is making. It
sounds ridiculous, but it's actually starting to get paid as much as they're worth. It's like LeBron. When LeBron signed this multi-whatever $1 million contract, everyone's like, that's so much money. Yeah, but he makes billions of dollars.
You know how much Nike makes off of him?
Didn't Ibra say, literally, wasn't Ibra... There's a whole scuffle with Ibra when he joined Man U. He said someone mentioned about his contract thing. He's overpaid, and he's like, overpaid. I'll make the club back that in shirt sales in a week, and it happened.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's Ibra. Like that's old Ibra.
I mean, Ibra's name sells
today.
though. Like Ibra's a nail.
Well, Ronaldo, again, the thing we were talking, going back to Ronaldo, that 100 million, he made that back within the first week for the club too.
Yeah,
in shirt sales. So like these players make these clubs so much money, and like the
fact that transfer negotiations have to happen, the fact that Man U had to haggle over an
$80 million.
$15 million.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Sorry, I'm back on Harry Maguire.
That's like crazy. Oh yeah, and they
and when they signed Harry Maguire, they signed him for cheaper than what his market value was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently it was between him and Van Dijk, and they chose to sign Maguire.
But I think Van Dijk was already in they came the same year. No, Van Dijk came before, I think.
Because I remember Van Dijk in an interview, he said it was between Van Dijk, Man U was close. It was between him and Maguire or something like that. It was close, and he almost went to Man U. But then Man U decided to go with.
I honestly, I don't think Van Dijk's a player he is at Man U.
No, he wouldn't be.
I think with the way Man U defends, like as a unit,
and the way I think the environment of Liverpool is probably the healthiest environment for a player.
I mean, not right now
at a big club.
Right now, it's like yikes
for like stability. Even though they're not producing, you don't hear anything talking about, let's sell off Mane. I think
you know what I think it is. But do you know what I do think it is? I think it's the Premier League, like the high of winning the Premier League last season, where it's like everything this season is kind of like a wash, a write-off. It's like we won it last year. You know, I remember in hockey, the Washington Capitals, they had like a 13-year drought or a 13-year like period where they were so close and never won it, and they finally won it. And the year after, they got swept in the first round, but like no one gave a shit because it's like, oh well, you know, they won last year, so it's like they have kind of like a lease season. You get like one season, like a lease season.
I think the fans are different, a little different for Liverpool, just because I've seen a little bit more loyalty from their fan base than other fans across like the big clubs.
Yeah.
Like as a majority, most fans, even like when I look at like Arsenal TV, all the fans are just upset. And when Liverpool was underperforming for all these years, I never heard of a Liverpool fan say, "Yo."
That's because Liverpool didn't have the.
That's what I think.
Liverpool didn't have the platform to convey.
I also think that Arsenal's at a stage where it's like Arsenal was in a position many times to build their squad to a championship level, but failed.
All I'm saying,
no disrespect, Andre.
If Liverpool can produce a certain fan that we all know, who repeatedly for 2 years say you'll never walk alone, and in the cafeteria matrix, and no matter what we said, Liverpool was the best club in his eyes. If all fans are like this guy, they're different. They're all different.
I mean, I think it has something to do with that "You Never Walk Alone" song, because Dortmund fans are kind of the same.
Yeah, so I like that kind of.
I mean, Schalke fans are fighting for relegation. They're still screaming in the streets during derbies.
So if you have that kind of unity from the club, from the fan base, then the club has to like walk in that same. It ties the club to walk in that same standard. Because then if the club is like, you'll never walk alone, but this guy's gonna walk alone because we don't want him, then the fans are like, what the, you made this anthem and now you're not living by it. So
yeah I mean, all right, yes, that's it. All I'm saying, football needs to be fixed. Here at the Don't Think Too Hard podcast, we're gonna attempt to fix it one episode at a time.
We're watching the Wimbledon and we're never watching the World Cup.
This is gonna turn to a tennis podcast. So for those of you listening on any digital streaming platform, check us out on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and hit that little notification to get notified every time we upload every Tuesday at 7 a.m. Thank you for watching. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Don't Think Too Hard, at DT2H Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for daily tweets and weekly uploads and clips, what we're doing, keeping up with our daily lives. Thank you so much for listening. Back same time next week for episode 33. This is Maciej, Andre, and Johnny signing off.